RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Zeiser Kia, the ultimate buying experience. St. Peter's Hardware and Rental, the best products, service, and expert advice. Mallory Sports, where your sports world begins. Ace Hardware. Ace, the healthful place. First Mid-America Credit Union. New name, same great credit union. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Quality Buick, GMC, Cadillac. Serving the Riverbend for 52 years. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance. All your protection under one roof. Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Barry Macias, professional independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949.
Shells come in at 17 up, 17 down, right at the 500 mark. And the SCC West will try to get a win here from Roxana tonight and prevent them from going 0 for 2 in this regional semifinal, because we already
on the hill for Breese Central tonight. Brett Jackson has a record of 3-4 on the season, an ERA of 4.03, and he has been a workhorse for this Breese Central ball club. He's got 41 2/3 innings pitched on the year. And Jackson doing a nice job striking out 41 and only walking 9 batters on the year. And he'll be opposed by Ryan Touche. He's the workhorse for the Shells. 55 innings pitched for Ryan Touche. 5-3 record for him and a nice 3.44 ERA for Touche.
Well, both teams, again, they're going to leave it out on the line here, and they're going to go with 2 of their better ones. Jackson comes in at 3-4 on the season. Touche is 5-3. Roxana is the home team, is the higher seed here. And again, it's not a situation where you can afford to overlook an opponent to try to save your best for the next game, because if you don't win this game, there will be no next game. So both teams are going to lay it out on the line here, and hopefully we're in tap for a good ball game here, because it was a pretty one-sided, lopsided victory in our first game here, and a very good Metro East Lutheran team. It's going to be tough to beat if they can perform like they did here this afternoon.
And if you're just joining us in that first game from this baseball regional, the Explorers losing to Metro East 10-1 here in Game 1. Now the championship game scheduled for Saturday, and the Shells making into that championship game. We'll have it here on Z1570. Title game set for 1 o'clock Saturday. And then don't forget, stay tuned, because coming up next here on
schools before already.
Yes, we have. Well, we're about to check out Shells baseball, and we've seen the Knights win big over the Explorers here in the first game of this regional earlier, 10-1. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the first pitch after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
When you own a business, your loss could be your employee's loss too. That's why you should put American Family Insurance and me to work right away. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. I can help you design property and liability coverages that fit the needs of your specific business. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher, at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Welcome back to Gordon Moore Park. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Cork, leadoff hitter for Breese Central, digging in. And the first pitch on the way from Ryan Touche. And it's in there for a called strike 1 to Jason Becker, right-handed hitter for Breese Central. Touche's next one on the way, and here's a swing and a grounder to third. Easy play for the third baseman. Good throw over. And there's one down quickly here at Gordon Moore Park.
Well, Jordan Briggs playing in there on the grass, guarding against the bunt just in case, and he gets a nice little ground ball, and that's always what you want. You want to ease into the game, get yourself a good, easy play to make defensively, and get into the baseball game. Now they're settled in. Lake, the second baseman, steps to the plate with nobody on and one out.
Austin Lake, a right-handed hitter, waits on the first one from Touche, and it's in there for a called strike 1. Touche with 55 innings pitched on the season to lead the Shell staff.
And they'll need him to be good here today.
This one misses, and the count now 1-1. On the right-handed hitting Austin Lake, second baseman for Breese Central. Touche's next one, missing off the plate. Outside, and it's 2-1 now on Austin Lake. Next one on the way is downstairs, and it's 3-1 now on Austin Lake, the number 2 hitter in this Breese Central lineup. Breese Central, purple and white.
He hasn't swung the bat yet. We'll see if he does here. 3-1.
There's a strike in there from Touche, and the count now full on Austin Lake.
I don't think he was expecting an off-speed delivery there. It looked like he had taken his stance quickly, expecting a fastball.
Here's a swing and a pop-up down the first base side. First baseman coming in and will handle it for out number 2.
And that time Touche got Lake to reach for one off the plate a little bit, but with a 3-2 count, you really can't afford to take a pitch, and he got him to fight one off right down that right side. Kessler got a late break on it, but was able to come in, the first baseman, and make the catch. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the first.
Now to bring in Blake Norenburn, number 3 hitter in this Breese Central lineup. Center fielder. Digs in from the right side against Touche, and Touche paints the outside corner for strike 1.
Well, he's throwing strikes early in the game. That's a good sign, and if you're Mike Arbuthnot, you got to be happy with that. And, of course, pitching coach Pete Kleeman keeping an eye there as well.
Next one missing downstairs, 1-1 now on Norenburns. Pitch in the dirt, good block by the catcher, and 2-1 now on the number 3 hitter in the Breese Central lineup.
Big kid, I remember him from the basketball team, one of the players on that very talented basketball team.
This one sailing outside and back to the fence. 3-1 now on the right-handed hitting Norenburn.
That one may have just gotten away from him, and he went 3-1 on Lake, was able to retire him on a little flare. Now 3-1 on the number 3 hitter Norenburns. You want to be careful.
Jacob Singleton out to talk it over with his right-handed hurler, Touche. Touche had called him out there after that pitch sailed back to the screen. Trying to get their game plan straightened out a bit. Here with 2 down in the top of the first. 3-1 on the way. Upstairs, ball 4, and the number 3 man in the lineup on for Breese Central.
Went up and in on him, tried to bust the fastball inside, a little too far inside. Norenburns wouldn't bite. A 2-out base runner here brings up Rickoff, the DH, who will be hitting for the pitcher Jackson with a runner on now.
Austin Rickoff digs in from the right side, the cleanup hitter. This Breese Central team. There's a throw over by Touche, and back safely is Norenburg. A little bit bigger crowd here for the nightcap.
Prime time, baby. You get excited for a little prime time baseball, and Roxana brought pretty good contingency here, but Breese Central not too empty-handed over here either. It's a pretty good ride from small town of Breese out Route 50, just east of Lebanon.
First pitch misses to Rickoff, and Touche delivers the next. And it's down low for ball 2. So Rickoff, the count is favoring a runner at first and 2 down.
Both of these last 2 hitters now have gotten ahead in the count, and Touche a little bit off, and needs to come back here and bear down and get a dangerous hitter here.
Here's a swing and a shot past the third baseman Briggs into left field. And a single for Rickoff puts runners at first and second with 2 down.
Well, and when you get behind in the count, you have to groove a pitch, and good hitters are going to take advantage of it, and they certainly do there. Rickoff with a solid single to left, and all of a sudden now, And I've talked to Mike Arbuthnot a number of times this year about Touche. It seems like when I cover a game and we see him quite a bit, he's very good at getting the first two batters out and then has trouble closing innings out. And that's been his problem a number of times this year. And we got a situation here where he got 2 outs quickly, but now 2 runners have reached base and brings in the third baseman Thomas, and now Touche is going to have to bear down to try to close this inning out.
Gavin Thomas swings through the first one for strike 1.
He took a hefty cut there at a pitch, took a little something off of it, and swung right through it.
53 strikeouts on the year for Touche in those 55 innings. And now timeout called. Touche with a nice 3.44 ERA. Pitch coming. Swing and a foul off. And now 2 strikes on Gavin Thomas.
Another off-speed pitch, and now he's ahead 0-2 here is Touche, and this is where you want to be careful and not get too much of the plate here and have this batter Thomas connect on a mistake and maybe give Breese Central a lead. You want to have him go after your pitch, not his.
Swing and a miss by Thomas. He chased one up out of the zone, and Touche with a strikeout to bring it in to the top of the first. No runs on 1 hit, 2 left for Breese Central. Removed to the bottom of the first inning. No score. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Zeiser Kia, the ultimate buying experience.
Gas prices are soaring, and so is the cost to own a car. I want to help lower that cost, so I'm here to make you this offer. If your car is financed, stop by Zeiser to see how we can help. If you qualify for financing and we can't lower your cost of ownership, we'll fill up your tank just for stopping by. And with Kia's great warranty and top fuel economy, we can literally save you thousands a year.
It's gonna be huge!
Visit us in St. Peters, Wood River, or on the web at stlouiskia.com.
Ace Hardware in Bethalto is your helpful place. It's where you'll find more than 70,000 items in the store and even more online. It's where the people know how to solve your problems. It's where top brands like Benjamin Moore, Still, and Craftsman make your jobs go smoothly and with confidence. It's where hot buys sizzle each and every week. Ace Hardware in Bethalto is more than helpful. They save you time and money too.
Welcome back to Gordon Moore Park. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Court. And Roxana Shell set for their first at bat. Here in the bottom of the first, they'll send up Chase McPeak. Be followed by Jacob Carlisle, then Brad Perry in the 3-hole. Jared Odell hitting cleanup for the Shell, followed by Jordan Briggs, Danny Robertson, Jacob Singleton, Eric Kessler, and then Ryan Touche in the 9-hole. For the Shells against the lefty tonight, Brett Jackson on the hill, record of 3-4. 41 2/3 innings pitched for Jackson. He struck out 41 batters and walked only 9. He's given up 41 base hits.
Well, good job by Touche of getting out of that inning. He had an 0-2 count. He went up the ladder with a fastball to Thomas. If he goes and chases after it, you got him to go after your pitch. He certainly did. Roxana came off fired up. Now they're going to the plate, looking to maybe get a lead against this left-hander.
McPeak, the right-hander, digs in as the first one sails outside from Brett Jackson, the lefty, for Breese Central. The lefty rocks and delivers. Down low, and McPeak out in front 2-0 to start for the Shell.
Well, Roxana's going to do well. They need him to get on base. They need him to make things happen. And 2-0, he's going to be looking for something good to hit here.
Jackson's next one across the outside corner for his first strike of the evening. It's 2-1 now on Chase McPeak. McPeak digs back in, waits on the 2-1, and outside for ball 3.
Looks like this lefty's got a pretty good live fastball here, but he's behind in the count now, 3-1.
Jackson's 3-1. In there for a strike, and it's 3-2 now on Chase McPeak.
I'm surprised he wasn't ready to swing at that. That looked like a very hittable pitch for him right down the chute.
Here's the 3-2 pitch from Brett Jackson. Down and low and inside. McPeak on base to start things off for the Shells.
The leadoff runner is on base, and we saw in our first game we had a leadoff walk, and that turned into a 2-run inning for Metro East Lutheran, and usually those leadoff walks eventually make their way around. We'll see if it does here for the Shells. Carlisle to the dish, center fielder. We'll see if Mike Arbuthnot's playing some small ball early and trying to advance that runner, or even having McPeak be aggressive.
First pitch sails outside to Jacob Carlisle. Brett Jackson, the lefty, on the hill for Breese Centrals. Chase McPeak creeps away from first. Pitch on the way. This is again for ball 2. So Carlisle out in front, 2-0 against this lefty Jackson, who throws over to first and chases McPeak back safely.
Well, and that's McPeak's got to get a look and a read at this pitcher. When you got a lefty, it's a whole different situation with the move over to first base. You got to study and learn.
Jackson misses again for ball 3. He's struggling to find the strike zone here early on.
Well, and something the Shells need to pick up on, so you take a pitch here, no doubt.
There's a strike in there to Carlisle.
I think you take another one here.
I agree. Me, if nothing else, you're giving your bench a chance to get a look at this lefty here early on.
Even though I'm a proponent of hitting 3 and 1, boy.
Pitch in the dirt for ball 4, and back-to-back walks to start things off for the Shells.
Wow. I'm surprised nobody from the Breese Central side maybe to come out and talk to the pitcher, but it's going to be the catcher, Kells. He's going to go out and talk to his hurler after back-to-back walks here. Perry to the plate now, the left fielder. Now if you're Mike Arbuthnot, do you lay down a bunt here and take the bat out of your number 3 hitter's hands? If you don't, at the worst, what you need him to do is if he hits a ball, pull a ground ball somewhere to the right side, move that lead runner at the very least into third base. It'll be interesting to see what they do here. If you do bunt, it does set up it's a force situation at every base, including third.
Brad Perry, the batter for the Shells, the left fielder, with runners at first and second, nobody out. Lefty Jackson delivers, and here's the bunt right back to the hill. The only play is going to be to first, and a close one there, but out at first base. And the runners advance.
Nice bunt there by Perry. Gets the job done, and he's able to move both runners up with the sacrifice. Jackson makes the play. Odell now has runners in scoring position, second and third, 1 out. Shells looking to take the early lead here. That play goes 1-3, was it, or 1-4?
It was 1-3, I believe.
I wasn't paying attention if the first base had come charging in.
Pitch up and away to Odell, the cleanup hitter for the Shells. Runners at second and third, and 1 down. Jackson to the belt. Delivers. Downstairs, and 2-0 now to Odell, who's sitting pretty here with runners at second and third.
Well, they're going to play about even or right at the edge of the dirt with corners and back, and they're playing back up the middle.
This one sails outside, and it's 3-0 now to Odell, who's probably taking here.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt.
Jordan Briggs waits on deck. And ball 4 will get past the catcher. Coming home from third is McPeak. And the Shells have a 1-0 lead.
Well, not just ball 4, but a ball in the dirt, of all things. Ball in the dirt, and it gets away from Kells and bounds over here towards the Roxana dugout.
Jordan Briggs.
So the worst start for Breese Central here. 3 walks. Shells are on the board without the benefit of a hit. The only contact they've made is a sacrifice bunt here out of the first 4 batters. Jordan Briggs steps in, first and third, 1 out. Roxana with the early lead.
Lefty Jackson comes to the belt, checks the runner, and fires the first one outside to Briggs. Jordan Briggs taps the plate, digs back in. Lefty Jackson really working over the hill out there.
He's just not finding any kind of a comfort level right now, at least early on in this game.
0-1-0, sails up and away, and it's 2-0 now to Briggs.
Well, if you're Roxana, you just got to keep milking this as much as you can get and as far as you can get out of this. As long as he continues to be out of the strike zone, you just got to be patient at the plate.
Jackson ready with the 2-0. There's a strike in at the letters, and it's 2-1 on Briggs.
And that was borderline there.
Jackson gets a sign from the catcher, Kells. Briggs showing bunt, then pulling back and taking ball 3. 3-1 now on Briggs.
Partner, it's 3-1 again. How many have we seen? Are you taking here again? I love 3-1 counts, I'm telling you, but this batter. Okay, we got 2-2.
Okay.
It should be, yeah, this should be they're saying 2-2, but it should be 3-1. This should be 3-1. I don't.
Trying to straighten out the count now.
Wow, I don't.
Looks like they're going with 2-2.
I guess I've only heard one strike called so far.
That bunt attempt may have been strike 2, but I didn't see it.
Well, he called it a ball.
I thought so. There's ball 3 sailing outside. It's 3-2 now on Briggs.
Okay, 3-2. 3-2 now. Do you send the runner from first base?
Possibly. Pitch, swing, and a foul off. 3-2.
The runner was not going. And Jordan Briggs just swung at ball 4, but 2 strikes. I think he was just protecting there.
Got a piece of it to stay alive. 3-2 on the way to him now. Swings and fouls this one off down the first base side.
Pitcher Jackson already throwing a lot of pitches here in the first inning.
As a 3-2 count on Briggs with runners at first and third and 1 down.
Here comes his 25th pitch of the inning.
Now Briggs wants timeout. He'll step out. Jackson took too much time for his liking.
Why do I got a feeling we're going to be here for a while?
Here's a swing and a shot past the shortstop. Another run home for the Shells, an RBI single for Briggs.
Well, you got a 3-2 pitch right down the pipe, and finally Roxana with a base hit in the inning, but that one drives in another run. And they lead it 2-0 here, and good piece of hitting there and a good at bat by Jordan Briggs. He took that one deep. 8-pitch at bat, and he gets a base hit out of it. Shells up 2-0. 2 walks have scored now, and Briggs gets himself an RBI.
Danny Robertson digs in now for the Shells with the runners at first and second. Pitch from Jackson misses for ball 1. Jackson to the belt and delivers. Sails outside, 2-0 on Robertson.
And I'm looking over at the Breese Central dugout, and I'm just surprised that we haven't had a mound visit yet. Just something to talk to this pitcher right now, and they're being patient and milking this out.
Ball 3 sails outside, and it's 3-0 on Robertson.
You know, he's definitely taking again, and maybe not 1, but 2 pitches once again here. I've mentioned it already. I hate taking 3-1, but the way this pitcher's throwing here.
There's a strike, just getting a piece of the outside corner, and it's 3-1.
Singleton on deck, the catcher.
Robertson digs back in from the right side against the lefty Jackson. 3-1 pitch in there for a strike under the hands, and it's 3-2.
Well, he's fought all the way back, so now you be ready to swing here. That was actually a pretty good pitch right on the inside corner.
Full count on Robertson with runners at first and third, and he swings and misses for the strikeout.
Went after him there. Fell behind 3-0. Jackson did, and comes all the way back to get the strikeout. And now it'll be Singleton with first and second, 2 down. Roxana looking for another big base knock. They're playing a lot of these hitters in the outfield to pull the ball.
Singleton fouls the first one off for strike 1.
That is the first pitch strike in 7 batters, believe it or not.
I believe it.
He's fallen behind every hitter.
Next one fouled back, and it's 0-2 on Jacob Singleton. Trying to add to a Shell 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first.
Well, they've been benefited from 3 walks and a base hit, RBI single from Jordan Briggs, and that's given them their 2-0 lead right now.
Pitch from Jackson, and a swing and a foul off down the first base side. The count remains 0-2. Singleton digs back in, taps the plate. Waits on the 0-2 pitch from the lefty Jackson. Now a call timeout. Singleton digs back in. 2 strikes on him. Runners at first and second and 2 down. Jackson to the belt. The pitch. Outside for a ball. Wastes one there, and it's 1-2 now on Singleton.
Pretty good spot there. You try to waste one, just go just off the plate. Maybe you get the batter to go chasing after it. Singleton with pretty good discipline there.
The 1-2. Swing and a foul down the third baseline into the Shell bullpen.
It's 1-2, but another good at bat. He's fouled off a couple of pitches here now. This pitcher is going to go well over 30 pitches in this first inning. Maybe the Cougars are thinking going by pitching by committee here and not all that concerned with how many pitches that Jackson throws in this first inning. Right now, nobody warming up down the right field line.
1-2 pitch. Takes something off, and it's popped up down the first base side. First baseman ranging over near the fence, and he'll haul it in for the out. Out number 3 here in the bottom of the first. 2 runs home for the Shells. They lead 2-0 as we move to the second. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Since 1947, St. Peter's Hardware and Rental has been helping you get the job done right. When planning a do-it-yourself project, party, or event, turn to St. Peter's for what you need to make it successful. St. Peter's carries brand name tools like DeWalt, Bosch, and Milwaukee, quality True Value paints backed by a lifetime warranty, and everything else you need from gadgets to grills. Shop in-store or shop online. St. Peter's Hardware and Rental, the best products, service, and expert advice.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
Welcome back to Gordon Park. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Cork. We move now to the second inning. 2-0 in favor of the Shells as Ryan Touche out there now pitching with the lead.
Timmerman, Kells, and Jackson due up here in the top of the second innings. Touche now pitching with a lead. Let's see how he handles himself. Long first inning. It was a 25-minute first inning. A lot of pitches. We had 55 combined pitches. Brett Jackson, 36 of them.
Touche's next one is inside and down for ball 2 to the left-handed hitting Timmerman. Timmerman shows bunt, pulls back, and it's 3-0 now on him.
The last thing Touche needs is to walk the leadoff man after what he saw his counterpart just do. Walk 3 out of the first 4 batters that he saw.
There's a strike in there to Timmerman. 26 walks on the season for Touche. And now 56 innings of work. The 3-1 pitch on the way to Timmerman. There's strike 2. Ryan Touche. Peers over the glove, gets the sign from Singleton, brings home the 3-2. And that's outside for ball 4, and a leadoff walk to Timmerman to start here in the second.
Well, these two pitchers have already combined for 5 walks and brings in the catcher Kells. Luke Jackson waiting on deck. We do have 2 Jacksons in this game. Brett the pitcher, Luke the first baseman. Leadoff man is on. Norenburns has got some speed. We'll see if they get him going.
Here's the first pitch to the right-handed hitting Kells, and it misses for ball 1. There's a throw over, back safely. Timmerman over at first base. Kells digs back in.
It's looking like we may have a tin can strike zone tonight.
The 1-0. Swing and a foul off by Kells, and count evened up at 1-1. Right-hander Touche climbs back on top now. Throw over. Timmerman back safely. Had to go diving back in there.
Made it close. Very close.
Touche gets the sign from Singleton. Delivers. Up high. The runner goes. The throw down in time. And they got Timmerman down at second.
Ooh, and the Breese Central coach very upset with his catcher there. That was supposed to be a hit and run play. What a throw by Singleton there to gun out a speedy Timmerman there. Even though the pitch was up in his eyes, Breese Central coach was wanting his batter to swing there to protect his hitter. And he strikes out.
Well, that was strike 2.
I believe. Oh, okay.
The last pitch called a ball on the steal, 2-1, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Kells waits on the 2-2. Swing and a pitch up high, and he drills it in the left field.
How big is that caught stealing now?
That pitch was up there where they wanted him to swing at the hit and run pitch, and he was able to drive that ball into left field.
I guess after getting a tongue lashing from his coach, Kevin Krask there, he's like, okay, coach, I won't let one of those go by again. And Kells laces that one in the left field for a 1-out single. Second hit of the game for Breeze Central here, and it'll bring in Luke Jackson now with a runner on first and 1 out.
Courtesy runner down there for Kells. Pitch outside for ball 1 to the right-handed hitting Luke Jackson.
Johnson, the right fielder, waiting on deck.
Next one upstairs to Jackson, and now Singleton out to talk it over with Touche.
Well, this is 3 batters in a row that, well, actually, he got ahead of Kells in the count, but fell behind Timmerman before he walked him. Now he's fallen behind Jackson. Needs him to start getting ahead in the count. Then he can work effectively. We'll see if the Cougars are aggressive with the runner on first.
There's a strike across the outside corner. It's 2-1 now on Luke Jackson. Runner takes his lead from first. Swing and a foul down the first base side. That'll go out of play. 2-2 now on the right-handed hitting Luke Jackson. Jackson, the first baseman for the Cougars. Digs back in. Runner takes his lead from first. Touche to the belt. 2-2 pitch. In there for a called strike 3. Jackson will grab some bench.
Boy, that was a good off-speed slider there that dropped in right over the outside corner. Couldn't have picked a better spot to drop that one in there. And Jackson expecting something else on 2-2. Takes a called third strike. It's Touche's second of the game, and it'll bring in Johnson, the right fielder, the number 9 hitter in the lineup.
Takes ball 1 outside from Ryan Touche. Next one on the way in the dirt. Good scoop by Singleton. And it's 2-0 now on Johnson.
Well, here he is again, falling behind. It's 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. You don't want to get into this habit going further into this game.
2-0 pitch missing, and it's now 3-0 on the number 9 hitter, Ryan Johnson. Johnson digs back in, and will be taking here 3-0. There's a throw over and back safely, the courtesy runner over at first.
Well, Becker, the shortstop, is waiting on deck, and he's already batted once here, so he's gotten a look at Touche. He'd like to go after this number 9 hitter, but it's going to be tough now at 3-0.
Another throw over and back safely again over at first. Touche. It's a sign from Singleton. Here's the 3-0. Outside and back to the fence. Runner will hold up at second. And so there's runners at first and second, and now a visit from the Shells coach.
Pete Kleeman's going to come to the mound. That's 3 walks already for Touche, and boy, both pitchers have not found the strike zone very much here early on in this game.
Back to the top of the order now for Breese Central, and Justin Becker due up. Runners now at first and second. 2 down here as they talk it over on the hill. Trying to settle down the right-hander Ryan Touche.
Well, the Cougars stranded 2 runners in the first, and they've got 2 runners on here again, back to the top of the order. Roxana left 2 on in the first, but they did score twice, so tying run now on at first base. Cougars have a base hit and a strikeout in this inning, sandwiched around those 2 walks, so a lot of pitches for both of these starters so far in the game.
Touche delivers to Becker. In there for a called strike.
And that's a good start, getting ahead. Becker grounded out to third to start the game.
The 0-1 pitch. It's in there for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2 on Becker.
Good curveball there. Very good curveball. And situation again here, 0-2. Make him swing at your pitch. Do not make a mistake here and get too much of the plate.
Becker calls time and steps out. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Runners at first and second. The leadoff hitter, top of the order, Justin Becker at the dish. 2 strikes on him. Swing and a shot. Shortstop McPeak with the snag. And that will bring it in to the top of the second. 2 stranded for Breese Central. We move to the bottom of the second. 2-0 in favor of the Shells. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At First Mid-America Credit Union, they offer more than savings accounts, checking accounts, money markets, loans, and IRAs. They also offer a Visa Platinum Card, which rewards their members with low rates, no annual fees, no hidden fees, no balance transfer fees, built-in safety features to protect your card from fraud, and a reward program which rewards you for every purchase you make. Apply today for a First Mid-America Credit Union Visa Platinum Card at www.1stmidamerica.org.
Welcome back to Gordon Moore Park. Dennis Solaire alongside Louis Cork. And the Shells back to bat. They'll send up Eric Kessler to start things off here, the number 8 hitter. Followed by Touche, and then the top of the order, McPhee.
Looking to build on a 2-0 lead. Touche has been on the mound for the first 2 innings. He's gotten himself into a couple of jams, but was able to work out of both of them. He got a strikeout to end the first. Got away with a mistake on an 0-2 pitch to Becker in that second inning there with runners at first and second and 2 outs. But fortunately for Touche, Becker hit it at the wrong person. He hit the ball hard, but right at McPeak at shortstop to end the inning. And Shells will now go to work again offensively, looking to duplicate what they did in that first inning and expand on that lead. They lead it by 2.
8-9-1 due up for the Shells as Kessler digs in from the right side. It's Brett Jackson, the lefty, for Breese Central. He's having a tough time with the mound tonight. Really working it over with his cleats and trying to get his landing spot kind of worked out.
Well, I'm going to take a wild guess and say this might be the first time these Breese Central kids have played in this ballpark here. So new surroundings and trying to get used to it. And he was trying to break himself in that first inning. Cost him a little bit with the 3 walks.
First pitch to Kessler goes with a breaking ball. It stays outside for ball 1. Kessler, the big right-hander, digs back in. Jackson brings home the 1-0. There's a strike, and the count even at 1-1 on Eric Kessler, first baseman for the Shells.
Well, you can rest assured at 36 pitches, the Shells are going to try to work this pitcher as much as they can here again.
Swing and a miss. Pitch up around the letters and tailing away from Kessler, and it's 1-2.
He went up the ladder a little bit there. Still a hittable pitch, but just swung right through it. Got him set up for the strikeout now at 1-2.
Jackson brings home the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And a strikeout for Jackson to start here in the bottom of the second.
And he's retired 3 in a row now.
Pitcher, number 15, Ryan
2 of them have been
Touche.
by strikeouts, and looks like maybe he's getting into a little bit of a comfort zone now, finally, after a rather inauspicious start. Touche will try to help himself out here now. The number 9 hitter, and it'll be back to the top in McPeak.
Pitch from Jackson, a swing and a miss by Touche for strike 1. And Jackson coming into this ballgame with only 9 walks on the season, walking 3 in the bottom of the first.
So 33% of them came in that first inning, 33% of his season total.
Here's a big curveball there and a swing and a miss by Touche.
It's amazing what you can do when you get ahead in the count. You can be a little more selective, offer up a little bit more of a variety, and now Jackson ahead 0-2 in the count. Trying to get himself a 1-2-3 inning here.
Touche, the right-handed hitter, digs in with 2 strikes on him. Jackson delivers. Strike 3 called, and back-to-back strikeouts here in the bottom of inning number 2.
Well, you got to be ready for something. Got to protect the plate at 0-2, and boy, he dropped that one in right over the heart of the plate. Very hittable pitch there, but Touche takes it, takes a seat. Now he's got to refocus back on pitching, and McPeak walked and scored in the first, and he hits here again in the second.
First one to McPeak, misses for a ball. Peak showed bunt. pulled back there and takes ball one. Jackson brings home the 1-0. Swing and a miss by McPeak, and it's 1-1 now. Jackson looking like a different hurler out there now.
Roxana trying to get things fired up here.
The pitch down low, and it's 2-1 on Chase McPeak, who worked a walk in the first and ended up scoring the first shell run. 2-1 pitch to him. Downstairs, and it's 2-2 on Chase McPeak. Jackson brings the next one home, and it's upstairs. That's ball four.
Fourth walk for Jackson here, and second time he's passed McPeak, but this time with 2 outs. So Carlisle to the plate now. He walked and scored in the first inning. Scored on Jordan Briggs' 1-out base hit. Bat here with a runner on. Roxana with only the 1 hit, but they've benefited from 4 walks in the game.
Carlisle swinging and fouling off the first one down the first base side, out of play.
Ooh, McPeak had a big jump too. Little hit and run was on there.
Carlisle digs back in with a strike on. McPeak takes his lead. Jackson brings it home. It's in there for a called strike 2. Two strikes on Carlisle. McPeak with a lead. Jackson checks him. He's running. There's a
hit and run.
Swing and a ground ball through the hole on the right side, and over to third will go McPeak on the perfect hit and run single.
Couldn't have placed it any better. Runner going, and good call by Mike Arbuthnot there, and Carlisle just guides it over towards the right side with second baseman breaking to the bag. It opened up the hole over there, and suddenly the Shells first and third 2 outs here, and Brad Perry, who sacrificed his first at bat, now will be asked to bring in maybe a big 2-out hit here, would deliver another run. Boy, look where Becker's playing at shortstop.
Perry, a left-handed hitter against the left-handed thrower.
Playing deep in the hole to the left-handed batter. Kind of surprising. Must have a good arm.
Jackson going to throw over to first. Back safely, Carlisle.
I've known Mike Arbuthnot to try to steal runs in this situation. Let's see if something's in the works here maybe, but I don't know if he'd do it with his 3-batter up there.
Inside pitch that's popped up. The catcher Kells underneath it, and he'll haul it in for the final out here in the bottom of the second. Shells strand 2. We move to the third. 2-0 Shells. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Everybody's saying buy American, but not me. I just want you to come drive American. Come out today and see for yourself. No one has a more impressive selection of vehicles than Ford. Whether it's a Focus, Fusion, Escape, Edge, F-150, or any other Ford product, no one can beat Ford's quality. Not Toyota, not Honda, not anybody.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years, just off Route 3 or Highway 67 in Alton, or at robertsmotors.com.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Welcome back to Gordmore Park. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Cork. We move to the third. 2-0 Shells.
Important inning here for Ryan Touche. He's going to face 2, 3, and 4 in the Breese Central order. Lake, Norenburns, and Rickoff here.
Lake swinging and missing at the first one for strike 1. Touche gets a sign from Singleton and brings home the 0-1. Down in the dirt, nice block by Singleton. The count even up at 1-1. Lake waits on the 1-1. Downstairs, 2-1 now on Austin Lake.
What Ryan Touche could really use here is a quick 1-2-3 inning. Help the confidence a little bit.
Lake swings and fouls this one off. It's 2-2 on him now. He popped up to the first baseman his first time. Touche gets the sign from Singleton, the 2-2. Upstairs, 3-2 now on Austin Lake.
Needs to focus on avoiding some of these deep counts here, and particularly leadoff walks. Do not need that.
3-2 pitch, swing and a miss by Lake, and there's one down.
Got him to go after a pitch up and away just a little bit. It's a pitcher's pitch there, and good start for Ryan Touche to get the strikeout. We see the flag whipping in towards us just a little bit. It's pretty still that first game, I think.
I was going to say, it's pretty inactive this afternoon. Finally some movement out there, a little breeze blowing around, blowing in.
That's what a pitcher likes, blowing in.
Blowing at his back a little bit, too. A mile per hour maybe on that fastball. What do you think?
Well, never hurts.
Here's the pitch to Norm Burns, digging in there now.
Wow.
Ball one to him.
It's a good pitch. Mike Arbeth not happy, and I don't blame him.
Like Norm Burns waits on the 1-0, and it's downstairs 2-0 on the right-handed hitter.
You're a pitcher, though. You can't allow that to distract you either. Just got to go about your business and do what you have to do.
The 2-0 to Norm Burns. It sails outside. It's 3-0 now on the center fielder for the Cougars. Pitch from Touche, and it's slapped past the shortstop into left field. A single for Norm Burns.
Wow, swinging away on 3-0. I'm a little surprised, but Norm Burns reaches base for the second time in the game.
Number 4, Austin Rickoff.
It's going to bring in Rickoff, who singled his first time, and a runner on first here again with one out. The number 4 hitter up.
Rickoff reached base his last time. He's the DH. Batting for the pitcher, Brett Jackson. Right-handed hitter digs in with one down, a runner down at first. Throw over and back safely over there is Norm Burns.
Yeah, they're going to try to keep him close because I've got a feeling that they're going to try to do maybe a little hit and run here. Got a contact hitter at the plate, little hit and run, maybe a little straight steal. He's got a decent lead.
Big breaking ball there sent Rickoff bailing, and it drops in there for a strike.
Maybe not expecting that, but Touche has gone to the off-speed pitch a number of times here so far.
Norm Burns leaves from first. Swing and a tap foul by the hitter Rickoff.
Got him out.
Strike 2.
Got him out in front of again. And here's another 0-2 count for Touche. Made a good pitch to strike out Thomas to end the first, and got away, like I said before, got away with the pitch he made to Becker on the line out to short. Don't want to make a mistake here.
Touche throws over. Norm Burns back safely.
Central out hitting Roxana 3-2 in the game, but the Shells hold the 2-0 lead here in the third.
Thanks to 3 walks in the bottom of the first. The pitch,
great
off
spot.
The plate, 1-2. Do it right where Singleton wanted. Just off the plate and couldn't get Rickoff to chase it. Here's a swing and a fly ball in the right field. Second baseman over there underneath for the out.
Rickoff had to reach for one there on a 1-2 count. Good pitch, good spot by Touche, and ranging over to make the easy play was the second baseman Little. Thomas now struck out in the first, bats here in the third with a runner on. He was struck out in the first with runners at first and second that ended the inning, and he bats with a runner here on first with 2 outs.
First pitch downstairs to Gavin Thomas, third baseman for the Cougars. Norrin Burns down at first with 2 away. Thomas, the right-hander, waits. Touche will throw over to first and back safely, Norrin Burns.
This might be a spot where you see him run here because 2 outs and a runner at first. He may try to swipe a bag here to try to get into scoring position with the number 5 hitter up at the plate.
Pitch missing down low to Gavin Thomas for ball 1 from Ryan Touche. Norrin Burns with a lead. 2-0 count on Thomas. Swing and a foul straight back, just missed it. 2-1 now.
He had a good rip there. That pitch was just up a little bit, maybe a little higher than Thomas would have liked it, but still had a good swing at it.
Touche, 2-1 count on Thomas. Checks the runner. Now throw over. Back safely, Norrin Burns.
Not a bad time to go over there. It looked like he thought about leaning a little more than usual. But a good read by Norrin Burns to get back into first base, sliding.
Pitch by Touche. In there for a called strike, and it's 2-2 now on the hitter. Gavin Thomas batting with 2 down here in the top of the third. Runner at first, Norrin Burns.
You see the runner going here. Nope.
Swing and a miss. Thomas goes down swinging, and that brings it in to the top of the third. No runs on a hit, 1 man left. We move to the bottom of the third inning. 2-0 Shells. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
You'll find it at Mallory's. Mallory's Sporting Goods in Wood River. Your high school gear and sportswear? It's at Mallory's. Athletic equipment for the little tykes? You'll find it at Mallory's. How about team gear and uniforms? Or personalized gear and specialty equipment? It's at Mallory's too. You'll find it all at Mallory's Sporting Goods, just minutes from your school off of 255, right next to the Walmart complex on Vaughn Road in Wood River. From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
Welcome back to Gordon Moore Park. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Clark. We move to the bottom of the third inning. Shells up there leading 2-0. Jared Odell to lead things off for the Shells, and he takes strike 1 from the lefty, Brett Jackson.
4, 5, and 6 due up here in the Roxana order. Odell walked. 1 of 3 walks in the first inning.
Next one from Jackson. Odell swinging through it, and it's 0-2.
Better start that bat speed a little sooner on those fastballs. He was well behind that one.
2 strikes on Odell as Jackson brings it home. Strike 3 called across the outside corner. Quick strikeout for Jackson on 3 pitches.
3 pitches, 1 out. 4 strikeouts now for Jackson, matching Touche's 4 strikeouts. Riggs will come in, 1 of 2 Roxana hits. He had an RBI single in the first.
Right-handed hitter digs in against the lefty Jackson. Breaking pitch just misses for ball 1. Briggs waits and tries to bunt it. Foul tip into the catcher's mitten. It's 1-1. Jackson brings home the 1-1 to Briggs. Swing and a drive into right center field. Right center over there, under it, and there's 2 down.
Pitch was up and away just a little bit, and Briggs takes it to right center field, but
number 2, Danny
Johnson
Robertson
glides over to his right, camps under it, makes the catch. Quickly 2 outs here. What do you think, Dennis? We may have a 1-2-3 inning.
You probably just jinxed that.
Could be. Robertson will try to keep this inning alive.
Jackson's first one to him downstairs for ball 1. Robertson, the strikeout victim his first time. A 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a foul back, and it's 1-1 on Robertson.
Took a pretty good hack there. He struck out on a 3-2 delivery in the first inning.
Jackson brings the 1-1 home to Robertson. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Ahead of the batter now, and pitch count is down for a change this inning, and he's 1 strike away here, 1 pitch away from taking us to the 4th inning.
Swing and a miss. He pulled the string on Robertson and strikes out Danny to bring it into the 3rd. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We move to the 4th. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
When you own a business, your loss could be your employee's loss too. That's why you should put American Family Insurance and me to work right away. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. I can help you design property and liability coverages that fit the needs of your specific business. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher, at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Welcome back to Gordon Moore Park. Ken Slater alongside Louis Cork. It's Alex Timmerman leading things off. The lefty takes the first one from Ryan Touche for strike 1.
Timmerman walked and was cut down by Singleton trying to steal second back in the 2nd inning, and he bats here in the 4th. It'll be 5, 6, 7, and 8 in the order.
Takes the next one upstairs. Ball 1. 1-1 now, Timmerman. Next one downstairs, and got a piece of George Depper. He has to take a little walk behind the plate there.
He'll be all right.
2-1 on the hitter, Timmerman. Timmerman swinging and tapping it to first. First baseman Kessler steps on, and there's 1 down.
Kessler stayed with it the whole time and was
catcher number 32
able to make the unassisted play.
That brings in Brock Kells, the catcher for the Cougars. Right-handed hitter digs in against Ryan Touche. Pitch down low for ball 1 to Brock Kells.
He had a ringing base hit to left field his last time up, and remember, that was about a pitch or 2 after his coach laid into him for not swinging at a pitch on that attempted steal by Timmerman.
Ball 2 down on the dirt from Ryan Touche. Brock Kells, the catcher for the Cougars, digs back in. Waits on the 2-0 from Touche. Upstairs, and it's 3-0 on Kells. Kells back in there now with a 3-0 count on him. Next one taking all the way for strike 1.
maybe take another one here, but boy, 3-1. This kid might be licking his chops here.
There's ball 4 to Kells, and he's on base for the second time.
Another Touche walk, boy.
First baseman, number 33.
4 of them now. He's gotten away with the first 3. You don't want to keep flirting with danger with the base on balls, and he's dealing with the 8 and 9 hitters here. Luke Jackson, Johnson on deck. Want to slam the door shut here. Not get this back to the top of the order. If you're Ryan Touche, you want to try to avoid that.
Luke Jackson takes the first one for a ball. Showed bunt, but pulled back.
Here comes Mike Arbuthnot. He's going to talk it over here with Touche. Get everybody in.
Well, the walk, not a strange thing to Ryan Touche. As we mentioned, 26 walks coming into tonight.
Well, his pitch count, though, was at 61 after 3 innings. That is a lot more than you'd like at this point. So
it really looks like by his stats, the way he pitches. Always somebody on base. He's got a 1.51 whip. That means he's allowed.
Explain that.
That's the combination of walks and singles allowed per 9. So he averages a base runner and a half an inning. That's quite a bit.
That is quite a bit. And that's an area that you'd like to minimize, especially now you're getting down into the postseason here. He's flirted with fire. He's flirted with danger so far, and he's been able to avoid it. How long can you keep avoiding that? Sooner or later, you need to start having some shutdown 1, 2, 3 innings.
And the way Touche has dealt with that this season is via the strikeout, as he struck out 53 batters on the season in 55 innings coming in, and it's bailed him out a few times this year. The 1-0 pitch, and a nice job by Singleton keeping that one from getting by, and it's 2-0.
He saved that one. Definitely saved that one.
The 2-0 upstairs. 3-0 now on Luke Jackson.
Some anxious moments for Roxana here because Touche in danger of walking back-to-back batters here, and dealing with the bottom of the lineup. He struck this pitcher out, or struck this batter out back in the second inning on a called third strike, but danger of walking him here.
The 3-0. Upstairs, no, a strike called. Jackson was headed to first.
Maybe got the benefit of that one. Earlier in the game, that wasn't called a strike, so.
A 3-1 to Jackson. Swing and a tapper out to short. McPeak flips on to second for 1, and that's all they'll get. Safe at first is Jackson.
Could not get both runners there. A good strong throw maybe from second would have gotten a double play, but the relay just was not that strong of a throw, but they do get the lead runner. Fortunately, it was a 3-1 pitch too, and they were able to get a ground ball. Now Touche will deal with Johnson, the right fielder here.
Little never really got himself planted on that throw over to first. Never got anything on it. Here's a strike in there to Ryan Johnson. Runner Jackson with a lead from first. The pitch
Not a big
to Johnson, swing and a tap foul.
Not a very big lead.
2 strikes on Ryan Johnson. Luke Jackson down at first, and 2 down here in the top of the 4th inning. Touche to the belt. Pitch. Upstairs, they want to see if Johnson went around. They say no.
Good spot. It's okay. Good pitch on 0-2. Again, take it up the ladder. See if you get the batter to go for the bait. Didn't that time.
The 1-2 pitch on the way to Johnson. Big breaking pitch. Too high. 2-2.
Again, good spot. Didn't miss by much. A little bit upstairs. Looks good when it crosses over the plate, but that one looked like it came in just a little too high.
Touche throws over, and Jackson steps back on first.
This is where you want to attack the hitter now, though. You don't want to fall behind 3-2 because with 2 outs, if it gets to 3-2, the runner will be off from first.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a ball hit into right field. This looks like trouble, and it's down near the line. Right fielder over and rounding first and headed to second is Johnson to put runners at second and third here with 2 down.
Kind of an inside-out swing there, but it lands in safely down the right field line, and it's going to get us now to the leadoff batter, shortstop. Justin Becker here will bat in the 4th. He's 0 for 2 in the game, but tying runs are on base. Second and third, 2 outs.
And you'll remember Becker lined hard to the shortstop, and
it's a big spot in the game.
Really, Touche got away with one on that pitch that he lined to the shortstop to end the second.
He'll need to bear down here to get out of the inning. 4 hits now for Breese Central.
Becker swings and misses at the first one for strike 1.
Tied him up on a pitch off speed inside, though, and see Coach Krask encouraging Becker. Tied him up with a good pitch there.
Justin Becker digs back in, takes the next one. Outside for ball 1, 1-1. Singleton trying to frame that one to get the call.
That's okay.
It
you
is.
See catchers do that a lot.
Should do it.
Absolutely.
It was the 1-1, and it hit him. It hits Becker, and that'll load the bases.
Here's a spot now. Lake with the bases loaded, and
second baseman, number 11.
Coach talking
Austin
to his
Lake.
second baseman here and probably telling him, let's not help this pitcher out now. He's got no place to put you. A walk from now on. A walk is a run, so let's be disciplined, patient, work the count. If it's a good pitch, go ahead and rip at it. The Lake is 0 for 2 in the game.
And really not a good at bat against Touche. A strikeout and a pop out. And he takes strike 1.
This might be the most important batter Touche faces in this game. It's the biggest spot of the game right now, even though we're only midway through it.
Swing and a miss. A big rip that time by Lake. And he's down 0-2.
And he tied him up on another pitch down and in, and came up empty-handed again. And you cannot make an 0-2 mistake here. Just have him swinging. If he's swinging at your pitch.
Pitch down the dirt. Nice block by Singleton. And it's 1-2. Good one to waste there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As long as you don't make a mistake over the plate. Batter is always prone to swinging and missing there.
Here's the 1-2 to Lake. Swing and a ball headed to center. McPeak diving! He can't come up with it. It's into center field, and a run will come home. 2 runs will come home, and it's 2-2.
Boy, that one, what a tough break for Roxana there. That ball was inches away from being caught by McPeak, and I think McPeak is kicking himself because he feels like he should have caught that ball. Looks like he got there and timed it just perfectly, but a clutch 2-out hit for Lake has tied the game at 2.
And that'll bring in Nornburns, who's been on base twice. Runners at first and second and 2 down. The Cougars rallying here with 2 outs. Blake Nornburns waits on the first one from Touche. Downstairs, ball 1.
I thought for a minute, that McPeak was going to make the catch there.
It was hard to tell from this angle. The umpire right there as McPeak dove for that ball going towards center field, almost came up with it. Here's a throw back to second. This one goes into center field, but luckily the shell center fielder right there.
Ball wasn't hit very hard, but doesn't matter how hard you hit it as long as it's effective, and that was an effective single that brings in 2 runs. And Breese Central doing all this with 2 outs right now.
1-0 pitch on the way to Nornburn. Outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-1.
Need to stop the bleeding right here. They haven't taken the lead. All they've done is tie it up. You put the brakes on here, then you have to go back to work offensively.
The 1-1. Downstairs, Singleton with another nice block, and it's 2-1 now.
He's going to be busy, no doubt about it, the rest of the way. Touche likes to go with a lot of off-speed deliveries, and that's a prime example of steady diet of pitches that you're going to see here, especially to this batter.
Touche steps off, and runners back to their bases. 2-1 on Blake Nornburn with 2 down here in the top of the 4th. Pitch outside, Singleton with a nice backhanded play again, and the count now 3-1.
Surprised Roxana's got nothing going as far as bullpen activity is concerned. Neither team has, and both of these pitchers, pitch count way up there. Touche needs to be careful here. This is a dangerous count to a number 3 hitter.
Yes, Nornburn. Upstairs, ball 4. That'll load the bases again.
Here comes Rickoff. Cleanup hitter. Loaded up. Ducks are on the pond. No place to put them.
Number 4, Austin.
So that's 2 more walks and a hit batsman in this inning for Touche. He's got 5 walks in the game. It's a lot.
It is.
Well, Jackson's got 4 himself, so.
Which is rare for him.
And again, it was a big spot before with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Here's another big spot with bases loaded and 2 outs.
Swing and a foul on the first pitch. From Touche to Rickoff with the bases loaded and 2 down.
It's a decent swing, but it was a late swing. That's why you get that one laced down the right side. Well foul.
Rickoff, the cleanup hitter for the Cougars. Batting with 2 down, the bases loaded. Breaking pitch has sent him bailing, and it's in there for a strike, 0-2. Seen Rickoff do that earlier. Pitch from Touche. I might throw that one in there again.
You want to be careful at 0-2, though.
Here's a swing and a tap foul down the first base side.
Yeah, you never know.
Two strikes on the hitter Rickoff.
I think Singleton jumped out there because he saw that ball might take a quick left turn and somehow get into foul territory or into fair territory. If it does, that's a live ball before you touch it. Waited it out, but it never did go fair.
2 strikes on a Rickoff with 2 down and the bases loaded here in the top of the 4th.
Huge spot here again.
Pitch from Touche. Chases one way up out of the zone there, swinging and missing, and down goes Rickoff via the strikeout. 2 runs home, though, for the Cougars to knock things up at 2. We move to the bottom of the 4th inning, 2-2 our score. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Ace Hardware in Bethalto is your helpful place. It's where you'll find more than 70,000 items in the store and even more online. It's where the people know how to solve your problems. It's where top brands like Benjamin Moore, Still, and Craftsman make your jobs go smoothly and with confidence. It's where hot buys sizzle each and every week. Ace Hardware in Bethalto is more than helpful. They save you time and money too.
Zeiser Kia, the ultimate buying experience.
Gas prices are soaring, and so is the cost to own a car. I want to help lower that cost, so I'm here to make you this offer. If your car is financed, stop by Zeiser to see how we can help. If you qualify for financing and we can't lower your cost of ownership, we'll fill up your tank just for stopping by. And with Kia's great warranty and top fuel economy, we could literally save you thousands a year.
It's gonna be huge!
Visit us in St. Peters, Wood River, or on the web at stlouiskia.com.
Welcome back to Gordonmore Park. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Corey. Move to the bottom of the fourth inning, knotted at 2 now. With Brett Jackson back to the hill for the Cougars.
Brand new ball game.
1-2-3 inning for Jackson in the third. He's now set down 4 straight. And the first pitch to Singleton in there for a strike from Jackson.
I was going to think, let's see how he reacts now because he's not hitting. He sat for a long time in that dugout while Central was at the plate.
Pitch down low for a ball, 1-1 on Singleton. Singleton 0 for 1, popped up to the first baseman his first time. Here's a swing and a shot down the first base line, but foul.
Good idea. Trying to pick on that right field line, could not do it. Tell you what, if he can somehow straighten that out and shoot one into right center field, might definitely going to get himself 2, maybe 3.
Big gap between the right fielder and center fielder. Center fielder playing on the left side of second base, and the right fielder not too far from being directly behind the first baseman.
And we finally got some.
There's a ball upstairs, and it's 3-2 on Singleton.
We have some bullpen action for Roxana.
Like a lefty throwing down there for the Shells. Here's Singleton popping it up. First baseman gives chase, but it's out of play. Still 3-2 on Singleton.
Looks like Brad Perry is down there.
Singleton steps out for a minute, grabs some dirt.
If he can get on base here somehow, be a good start for the Shells. 3-2 count.
3-2 pitch, swing and a tap down the third base line, but foul. Singleton leading things off for the Shells and battling Brett Jackson. Fouled a couple pitches off now at the 3-2 pitch on the 3-2 count. Pitch on the way, and this one misses outside, and Singleton on the leadoff walk.
Boy, he didn't miss by much. That's a tough pitch to take there. When I found the pitcher Jackson, I might be thinking, man, can I get that one?
Imagine both these pitchers thinking that a little bit tonight.
No doubt.
What was that, 5 walks now for Jackson?
5 walks for each pitcher.
Jackson coming to this ball game with only 9 on the season. 5 here tonight. He might double his total before it's over.
George Depper will do that to you. Might send that kid to the asylum tonight.
Kessler, a big right-handed first baseman, digs in now with nobody out. And he's going to bunt. It's a beauty. Right out in front. Throw down is in time to get him in first.
Just thinking he might beat it out.
I was going to say a little quicker runner probably would have beat it out. The big Eric Kessler, not that fleet of foot, but he does the job with the sacrifice and moves the runner down to second.
Good job. Good job of laying it, deadening it out between home and the pitcher's mound. And tell you what, Brett Jackson had to get off the mound and get a quick throw off down there to get the runner at first base. Twice now the Shells have sacrificed very well.
Well, that bunch, he couldn't have rolled out there any better.
Yeah.
And here's Touche trying to help himself out. He takes the first one downstairs for a ball.
Looks like a good pitch there.
Jackson to the belt, checks the runner at second, the pitch. In there for a strike, and it's 1-1 now on Ryan Touche, trying to help himself out here with one out.
He'd love to help himself here with they're giving up the lead in the top half of this inning.
Touche with a rip, but he fouls it off down the first base line. That one might have hit that RiverBender.com truck down there.
Danny, he's all right.
I hope so.
Miss, you're all right up there, huh? He's up there on right up above that first base dugout.
1-2 pitch. Touche shoots it down the third base line. This is going to bring home a run. No, they're going to hold him up at third, and a good thing. Left fielder got there quickly, and they got to hold him up at third.
Well, you can understand there why the pinch runner, Venhouse, running for Singleton there. He had to hold up just in case Thomas, the third baseman, was able to knock that down with the runner running towards him. He probably is going to be able to tag him out, so he holds up just in case. But once it gets down the line down there, looked like it took a quick jump over the glove of Thomas and gets down. And here's Roxana now knocking on the door, trying to tie this thing right back up. That's only their third hit of the game, but go-ahead run now 90 feet away, and this is an opportunity you can't let slip away. Back to the top of the order, McPeak and Carlisle on deck. McPeak in a big spot here. Boy, look at the hole on the right side.
Swing and a miss by Peak, and he had a huge rip there and come up short. Second baseman playing towards the bag, and
I don't know why.
First baseman holding the runner. Peak needs to just shoot it through that hole.
Well, they're going to give up the run looks like they're playing for a double play there.
Breaking pitch to McPeak, misses for a ball. 1-1.
Playing back in the middle, and they're playing even. Playing even with the bags at the corners. I think if you're Venhouse, you need to go on contact here. Make sure a ball gets past the pitcher.
McPeak pulls it down the line. Third baseman Thomas grabs it and will tag the runner as he tries to get back to third.
That's just bad base running. Bad base running. And Mike Arbuthnot is letting Venhouse know about it, and he deserves it. Where is he going there? I have no idea. Ball hit right in front of him.
That is a huge mistake by the Shells. Five unassisted on the fielder's choice. Runner safe at first. Now first and second with two down.
Cannot make that mistake. Can you imagine Central getting out of this?
They've got a chance to now. Runners at first and second for Carlisle. Takes ball one. Next one upstairs. Now Jackson needs to tie his shoe. 2-0 on Jacob Carlisle, who's been on base twice.
Well, I mean, the inning's not over. I mean, there's still a chance. You know, you got first and second. You could still take a lead here if Carlisle can come through with a two-out hit, but that's just not a mistake that Venhouse can afford to make there.
Carlisle with that perfect hit-and-run single as last time. When Sales outside, it's 3-0 now to Carlisle. Will be taking here. Waits on the 3-0, takes all the way for strike one. There you go, Louie, 3-1.
Hitters count, I'm telling you. 2 outs.
Turn him loose.
Yeah, I'd turn him loose here. I wouldn't take one.
Swing and a miss. And not much of a swing there by Carlisle.
No, I'm disappointing to see that. On a 3-1 count, you got to be ready to rip. He just kind of waved at that one.
Count full now on Jacob Carlisle with 2 down. Runners at first and second, timeout call. Carlisle steps out. Now back in there and ready. Waits on the 3-2 from Brett Jackson. Swing and a foul off to stay alive. The count remains 3-2.
Well, he fouled off a good pitch there.
Carlisle with another chance.
It's a full count pitch. I don't know what McPeak's doing at first base. Both runners need to be off and running with the pitch. Two outs.
Yeah.
It's a full count. Come on, boys. That's baseball 101.
Jackson to the belt, and Carlisle going to step out again. Trying to break the rhythm of the pitcher. Get in his head a bit. Back in there now. 3-2 pitch. Big breaking pitch and a beauty in there for a called strike 3 that brings it in to the bottom of the 4th inning. We're still knotted at 2 after 4. We move to the 5th. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
Since 1947, St. Peter's Hardware and Rental has been helping you get the job done right. When planning a do-it-yourself project, party, or event, turn to St. Peter's for what you need to make it successful. St. Peter's carries brand name tools like DeWalt, Bosch, and Milwaukee, quality True Value paints backed by a lifetime warranty, and everything else you need from gadgets to grills. Shop in-store or shop online. St. Peter's Hardware and Rental, the best products, service, and expert advice.
Dennis Laird alongside Louis Court. You're tuned to WBGZ Alton. We approach 9 o'clock, right around there sometimes. Yeah. Right-handed hitter in there against Touche, and strike 1 to him.
He has had no luck against Touche tonight. His third baseman, Thomas, he struck him out twice.
Next one misses, and it's 1-1. 2-1 now, Gavin Thomas.
Through 4 innings, combined pitch count for these two, 180.
Wow. This one sails outside. It's 3-1.
And for Touche, that was number 100 in the 5th inning. I don't think we're going to see these starters by game's end. And there goes the Breese Central bullpen. Another lefty. And Touche in danger of another walk, just what he needs.
3-1 pitch. Swing and a shot back up the box. That sends Touche bailing, and there's a single in the center.
That's what happens when you fall behind 3-1 in the count. You can't continue to pitch from behind in the count when you're not a power pitcher. It's just going to catch up to you. And he's over the century mark, and here comes Mike Arbuthnot, and I'm wondering if he's going to make the change now. I think he is.
Slow stroll to the hill here in the 5th inning by Mike Arbuthnot. They'll talk it over, and we'll see if we got a pitching change here. Shells had loosened up Perry, the lefty, earlier, and it looks like he's going to take the ball from Touche. Hard to tell, but yes, he is.
Yeah, I think he's coming in from left field, and Robertson, the DH, is going to go out to left.
So a pitching change, and Perry into the ball game for the Shells. We'll take a break and be back after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Whether you're planning for home improvement projects, family vacations, college tuition, or consolidating credit card debt, use your home for what you need. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they offer home equity loans and lines of credit that can lower your costs. For more information, visit www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a First Mid-America Credit Union representative.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Gordon Moore Park. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Corrick as we try to straighten out where all the Shell players will end up here after the pitching change. Perry coming into the ball game.
I think Little, the second baseman, yeah, he's the one that has to come out here. Touche will play second base.
Kessler going to stay in there at first. He had come off the field. And Perry, the pitcher now. We'll have to hold things right here at 2-2.
It's going to be up to him to keep anything from happening here. The go-ahead run now at first base with the leadoff single. It's Breese Central's 6th hit of the game. Out hitting the Shells right now, 6-3. Timmerman, the left fielder, is going to hit here.
Lefty versus lefty matchup.
Walked in the 2nd, grounded out in the 4th, and bats here in the 5th. And Touche finishes 4+ innings, 6 hits. Runner on is his. So far, 2 earned runs allowed, 5 walks to go with 5 strikeouts. Does that sound right?
I would say it's probably close. I'm not counting. I mean, I could count, but you're counting.
5 walks, 5 Ks. And yes, Touche will go to first. Robertson will go to left.
Touche, you meant second.
Or second, yes. Because Kessler has to stay in the game. Little, who was in the DH's spot, will have to come out of the game. Touche will play. Actually, I take that back. Jordan Briggs moves from 3rd to 2nd, and Touche is playing 3rd.
There you go.
I think I got that down right.
Timmerman with a beautiful bunt down the first base line. He's going to beat it out.
Terrific.
Perry had slipped coming off the mound, and there's no way he was going to get to that once he slipped.
Not at all. Not at all. And Breese Central cooking here in the 5th inning, looking to retake the lead.
You couldn't have put that bunt better. Right towards the first baseman who was holding, but just past the pitcher's mound.
And here comes the catcher, Kells, now to the dish.
He's had a couple good at-bats.
Base hit and a walk.
Now throw back to second, and they're close back there getting it.
Boy, you can tell that was a planned play. They had to shift on big time there, and that was close. Of course, Mike Arbeth not going to talk about it.
Brock Kells, the big right-hander, digs in with runners at first and second and nobody out. Pitch from Perry. Upstairs, ball 1.
This is where Roxana needs to batten down. The bottom of the order has created the damage here. They've scored the 2 runs by getting on base, even though Lake has the 2-run hit.
There's Kells chasing a pitch out of the zone for strike 1.
Well, you're looking at a different pitcher from a different angle. Touche, a righty. Now you got Perry in there, the left-hander. It's a whole different approach, different look of pitches of what you're going to get. So it's almost like starting over.
0-1-1. Swing and a high drive into left field. Left fielder coming on, now backing up and finally hauls it in.
That's a huge out to get. Runners cannot advance there. Oh, and they're going to take a, oh boy, that was almost disaster. Thomas thought about coming. They got that ball in and the ball gets away. That'd have been a critical error to make there, but good job by Perry to recover there and keep the runners where they're at. Big out to get to keep those runners from advancing.
Sure is. Now, double play could get them out of the inning.
You're dealing with 8 and 9. These are the These are the batters you got to get. You got to go after them. You got to get them out.
Jackson digs in. Luke Jackson. Pitch from Perry. Swing and a tapper out to short. Shortstop charging, and he's going to have to hold that one out. They've got the runner caught between third and home. They run him towards home plate. Now the tag put on him by Perry. And Thomas with a base running error there.
Oh, big error.
And runners are going to end up at first and third.
Boy, how critical was that?
They would have had the bases loaded.
What a heads-up play there by McPeak. He fakes the throw to first base. He gets the runner off the bag at third, well enough off the bag, and they get the runner at third in a rundown. Smart play there by McPeak.
I thought McPeak just didn't think he had time to get him at first and just ate it. The runner Thomas thought he was going to throw to first.
It's an infield single, and he knew he wasn't going to get him, but he got him to bite.
Thomas thinking he was going to go to first, and that's where he got hung out to dry. Or strike one to Ryan Johnson.
So I think that play went 6-5-2-1. If that makes any sense. But good job by Timmerman, though, getting into third base, though.
Yeah.
It was a smart play by him to be the back runner to come in there just to give them a runner at third base, just in case.
There's a swing and a foul off by Johnson. The count 1-2 now.
Boy,
Two outs, though.
This is a shot in the arm for Roxana if they can get out of this mess. Started 2 on and nobody out, and they're one pitch away from getting out of it and keeping this game tied.
Barry to the stretch and delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike three, and the Shells do get out of it. And we'll move to the bottom of the fifth inning. 2-2 our score. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Everybody's saying buy American, but not me. I just want you to come drive American. Come out today and see for yourself. No one has a more impressive selection of vehicles than Ford. Whether it's a Focus, Fusion, Escape, Edge, F-150, or any other Ford product, no one can beat Ford's quality. Not Toyota, not Honda, not anybody.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years, just off Route 3 or Highway 67 in Alton, or at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to Gordon Moore Park. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Court. We move to the bottom of the fifth inning. Brad Perry set to lead things off. Jared Odell. And then Jordan Briggs, 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Shells, who got out of a jam in the top half of the inning and now have a chance here with the score tied at 2 in the bottom of the fifth.
Well, they missed out a chance to score in the bottom of the fourth, and Breese Central missed a golden chance in the top of the fifth. Now Shells hit here in the bottom of the fifth. The heart of their order up here, and 2-2 game, and you wouldn't expect anything more in a postseason game. There's a lot of nail biting going on.
Here's Perry swinging and hitting a ball right at the center fielder, and he'll haul it in for out number 1.
Well, they needed that from him back in the first or second inning, but actually sacrificed in the first. Popped out into the catcher, fouled out in the second, where they had him played perfectly on that one, had him playing the pull, and he does pull that 1-0 pitch right to the center fielder, Noren Burns.
That'll bring in Odell, and he swings at the first one, taps it foul. Strike one on Jared Odell.
Walked in the first, struck out in the third, bats here in the fifth.
Good pitch there from Jackson. Missing for a ball, but a good breaking pitch. Next one on the way. Swing and a fly ball into left field. And coming in, the left fielder for out number 2.
Oh, Jackson got away with an 0-2 hanger there, and
Second baseman, number 5.
Odell just got out in front of that one. If he holds his weight and his bat speed back just a fraction there, he's going to hit that ball hard, but he was hitting off his front foot. And you can see the third baseman coming in, Thomas, letting his pitcher know, you got away with one there, buddy, but we'll take the out.
Big rip by Jordan Briggs for strike 1 against Jackson.
Well, he's trying to make this another quick inning here and get his offense back, because they will have the top of the order to lead off in the 6th inning.
Breaking pitch in the dirt, 1-1. Jackson with the sign from Kells and delivers. Swing and a foul back, and it's 1-2 on Briggs.
A little bit of a late swing there, but Jackson now over 90 pitches, so when do you start keeping tabs on how much longer you go with him?
Swing and a foul off by Briggs to stay alive, 1-2.
He got a break there. That was a pitch running down and in at his shoe tops, and somehow, I don't know how he fouled that thing off, but somehow he did.
Come on, Brett, let's get him here. Come on, Brett, no matter here.
1-2 pitch on the way to Briggs. Swing and a slicing foul down the third base line. Briggs digs back in. Right-handed hitter waits on the 1-2 from the lefty Jackson. Here it is. Hits him, and he'll take his base.
One looked like it got away from Jackson.
I'd say.
Maybe trying to bust a fastball inside, and he's kind of falling off the mound there, and it's going to bring the left fielder Robertson to the plate now. He struck out twice here, so he's looking for a good at-bat. Needing one here. We've had 1-2-3 inning in this ball game, the 2-2 game. That's hard to believe that it's only 2-2.
Back in the third, the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch, the throw down, a runner goes, and Briggs in there safely with a stolen base.
Got a good jump, too. It's a good throw by Kells. Not much he can do with it. But Briggs just got a good jump on it, and he's in scoring position now, and that's Mike Arbuthnot likes to get those runners in the scoring position with 2 outs from first base any way he can. Succeeds there. Now looking for a big hit from Robertson. Boy, look at what they're giving him down the right field line. Boy, they're playing him to pull big time here.
Robertson digs in with a strike on him. Chases one out of the zone, and it's 0-2.
Well, he hasn't had very good swings here tonight, and that wasn't one there either. Nothing much he can do with that pitch. And now Jackson in the driver's seat of this at bat, well ahead, 0-2. But in his case, you don't want to make a mistake here over the heart of the plate.
Swing and a miss. Robertson chases another one out of the zone and goes down swinging. We'll move now to the 6th inning. 2-2 our score. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products. You'll find it at Mallory's Sporting Goods in Wood River. Your high school gear and sportswear? It's at Mallory's. Athletic equipment for the little tykes? You'll find it at Mallory's. How about team gear and uniforms, or personalized gear and specialty equipment? It's at Mallory's too. You'll find it all at Mallory's Sporting Goods, just minutes from your school off of 255, right next to the Walmart complex on Vaughn Road in Wood River.
Welcome back to Gordon Moore Park. Dennis Larry alongside Louis Corey. We move now to the 6th inning. Top of the order, due up for Breese Central.
Big inning here. Becker, Lake, and Norenburns due up here, and Perry on the mound. It's his game to win or lose now. Breese Central out hitting Roxana 8-3. Have a 2-2 game.
Perry fires the first one outside to Becker for ball 1. Next one on the way. In there for a strike.
You know what the Shells could really use? 1-2-3 inning. This flirting with all these base runners raises one's blood pressure.
Swing and a shot back up the box, and safe at first is going to be Becker as that ball bounded off Perry's foot to McPeak, who was able to corral it and make a nice throw to first. Almost got the hitter, Becker, but that was a shot off Perry's foot.
Great effort there by McPeak. Had to retrack his steps and somehow throw that thing while on the ground, and almost got his runner at first base, a pretty fast runner. And Becker's now reached base on consecutive plate appearances, the 9th hit for Central. He's now 1 for 3 in the game, and with the leadoff batter on, and Lake has both RBIs for Central. His 2-run bloop hit tied this game up back in the 4th inning.
Perry going to throw over to first and throws it away. Becker headed to second base, rounding second. He's going to go for third. And a wild throw over to first will send Becker to third base. Wait a minute, down there in the dugout, it was trapped under the bench, so we'll see what the ground rule is here.
I would think
Becker had come home to score, but I doubt if that's going to stand. Umpires want to talk it over to make sure they know the ground rule.
I think once it gets tied up down there, they hold the runner up at third base. But what just an egregious error there. Why? Why even make the runner wasn't but a step and a half off the bag. No reason for it. Any way you look at this, at worst, Central's going to have a runner at third base. And that's our first error of the game. Believe it or not. Any way you look at this, they're going to have a runner on at third base. Right now, what I'm thinking is George Depper talking to Mike Arbuthnot. It's almost, I can read the body language here, they're going to allow this run to score.
Boy, it definitely looks that way now. Arbuthnot's upset.
Well, I don't blame him. The right fielder, the ball gets tied up down in the bullpen, and I don't blame Mike Arbuthnot one bit. The right fielder, Odell, runs down the line down there and puts his arms up. He can't get to the ball. He's got his arms up, and I'll tell you what, George Depper deserves every bit of what he's getting here. He's had an awful game behind the plate, and I don't care. Let him listen to this. His strike zone's been a tin can strike zone both ways here tonight, and I'll tell you right now, Roxana just got the worst end of this, and no reason for this. To me, this should be a runner at third base and nobody out, and they're allowing the run to score. I don't understand that.
I agree.
If the ball gets tied up down in the bullpen, it's 2 bases. If kid puts his hands up, it's almost like a situation where a ball gets tied up down underneath a fence. That's it. It's 2 bases.
Strike one to the hitter. Now the next one fisted into right field. None of it would have mattered anyway.
Yeah.
A base hit here.
Run would have scored. But it doesn't matter. These guys are having an awful game calling. It's been a good baseball game so far. I wish I can give him a grade today for the job he's doing behind the plate, because I'd give him an F-. Base
hit off the bat of Lake. And And that's going to bring in Nornburn.
So a run scores on an error on a pickoff play. A runner from first scores. You don't hear that very often.
Nornburn rips the first one down the first baseline foul. Next one on the way. Breaking pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Next one on the way, upstairs. 1-2 now, Nornburn. Lefty Perry delivers. Swing and a tap bound on the third baseline. Count remains 1-2. Blake Nornburn is the hitter now. He's been on base 3 times for the Cougars. Runner down at first is Austin Lake. Swing and a shot, and this one's headed for the gap.
Might score a run. It will score a run.
Here comes a runner around third base. He's going to score. Runner Nornburn's headed to third, and he'll slide in there safely with a triple.
Well, it looks like Central is opening this thing up, and this is the danger that you saw. You knew the top of their order was coming up here, and if somehow Perry could get through this inning, he's going to keep Roxana in this game and give him a shot to win the game. But boy, it's gone from bad to ugly here, and suddenly a 4-2 game. And with Nornburn's speed there, good speed, he legs out a triple. And now 3 consecutive hits, 3 consecutive runners reach. Central looking like they are asserting themselves. Good stop by Singleton.
He's done a nice job behind the dish tonight, blocking that one there. The pitch to Rickoff, bouncing in front of home plate, and he's able to scoop that one.
Defense playing in.
Next pitch misses for ball 2.
A ball that should have been called a strike.
Rickoff, the hitter. He's had some opportunities tonight, but hasn't come through. Swing and a shot out to short. McPeak coming home. Here's a throw, and Singleton with the tag at home on Nornburn.
Well, that's a big one to cut down there. Going on contact was Nornburn's there, and reaching on the fielder's choice was Rickoff. Good throw there by McPeak.
That'll bring in Gavin Thomas. 1 out of 3.
Well, that's the trouble that Perry got himself into to begin with. Almost threw another one away.
Pitch, swing, and a shot into center field. Center fielder over there to cut it off. Runner rounding second, headed to third. Good throw, and they got him at third base. Big throw from center fielder Jacob Carlisle.
Well, you can see the Breese Central coach Krask restraining himself there. It's a good throw, but boy, I don't know if they got him over there at third base, but
left fielder number 5, Alex.
They get up the line to make the call, and that's a huge out for Roxana to cut that runner down on the double. And man, that's the 4th hit of the inning for Central. They had 3 hits in the 5th, now 4 here.
Here's Timmerman hitting it to the first baseman. He'll flip to the second baseman covering. And that is how this inning comes to an end.
When have you seen one of those?
A wacky inning to a wild one. 2 runs home to make it 4-2 now in favor of the Cougars as we move to the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
When you own a business, your loss could be your employee's loss too. That's why you should put American Family Insurance and me to work right away. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. I can help you design property and liability coverages that fit the needs of your specific business. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher, at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Welcome back to Gordon Moore Park. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Clark as Jacob Singleton gets ready to climb in there to lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Shell's down by 2 now. Got to go to work offensively against Jackson, who just delivered his 99th pitch of the game.
Pretty good zip on it still.
Well, he's actually toned down because he threw 36 in that first inning.
Next one in there.
Wow, goodness.
Inside corner, and it's 1-1.
I don't know what else to say.
The next one on the way. Swing and a foul off, and it's 1-2. Well, Singleton's seen some calls tonight, being the catcher for the Shells, so he ought to know not to take anything he's not sure of.
Yeah, don't take a pitch that's about ready to saw off your belt buckle.
1-2 pitch now. From Jackson, swing and a shot out to second. Good scoop. And a throw on for the first out.
That's not the conventional way that you try to field a ground ball. Lake almost fielded that from his side, but I guess the end result is what matters. He was able to get it. That ball was hit hard. And they record the out. Roxana now down to 5 outs. They're trailing 4-2 here.
Pitch on the way to Kessler now, digging in for ball 1. Ryan Touche waits on deck for the Shells with 1 away. Swing and a miss by Kessler. A pitch up around the letters. Strike 1.
He is struck out, sacrificed, 0 for 1.
Next one, tap foul. Down the third base line, and it's 1-2 now to Garrett Kessler. Jackson's pitch to Kessler, sails outside, and it's even up now at 2 on the big first baseman. Jackson looks in, gets a sign, brings the next one home. Swing and a shot back up the box, sends Brett Jackson bailing. Kessler with a single there.
Hard hit ball again. I'm Central. I'm going to start thinking about going to a bullpen here because a couple of hard hit balls here in this inning, and Jackson's got to be getting tired. I mean, he's well over 100 pitches now, and again, to his defense, he's been looking at a tin can strike zone here as well tonight. When you have to be too fine, you exert yourself, you exhaust yourself, and both starting pitchers over 100 pitches and tying run to the plate. Shells only with their 4th hit.
Brett Jackson fires the first one outside to Ryan Touche. Jackson to the stretch, the pitch. In there for a strike, and it's 1-1 on Ryan Touche.
He struck out in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, and hits here in the 6th.
Touche, the right-handed hitter, waits on the 1-1 from Brett Jackson. Swing and a foul back, and it's 1-2. Touche steps out now, digs back in. Kessler down at first with 1 down. 1 ball, 2 strike count. As Brett Jackson comes to the belt, Touche will step out. Jackson to the belt again. A 1-2 swing and a ball fisted towards first. First baseman in foul ground will haul it in for out number 2.
Yeah, fisted's about the best way to call that one, and good reaction there from Luke Jackson, and he's able to make the play. Runner at first has to hold Kessler.
And that brings in Chase McPeak, who's had a nice night for the Shells. Pitch upstairs for ball 1. McPeak has reached base 3 times, scored a run, and played well in the field as well. Wow, there's one just missing. 2-0 now on McPeak.
I guess it just missed.
The 2-0 swing and a miss. McPeak.
Surprised to see him swing there.
Boy, he swung hard.
I know it's 2-0. The count's in your favor, but
come out of his shoes on that swing.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-1. Downstairs, 3-1 now on Chase McPeak. Trying to get on base for the 4th time tonight. Three-1 the count on him. Jackson back on top, gets a sign from his catcher and brings it home. Swing and a ground ball out to second. Second baseman will flip on to first for the final out here at the bottom of the 6th inning. Shells leave a man. We move to the 7th, 4-2 in favor of the Cougars. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Zeiser Kia, the ultimate buying experience.
Gas prices are soaring, and so is the cost to own a car. I want to help lower that cost, so I'm here to make you this offer. If your car is financed, stop by Zeiser to see how we can help. If you qualify for financing and we can't lower your cost of ownership, we'll fill up your tank just for stopping by. And with Kia's great warranty and top fuel economy, we can literally save you thousands a year.
It's gonna be huge!
Visit us in St. Peters, Wood River, or on the web at stlouiskia.com.
Ace Hardware in Bethalto is your helpful place. It's where you'll find more than 70,000 items in the store and even more online. It's where the people know how to solve your problems. It's where top brands like Benjamin Moore, Still, and Craftsman make your jobs go smoothly and with confidence. It's where hot buys sizzle each and every week. Ace Hardware in Bethalto is more than helpful. They save you time and money too.
Welcome back to Gordon Moore Park. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Cork. We move to the 7th inning now. 4-2 in favor of Breese Central as they bat here in the top of the 7th. Against Brad Perry, they'll send up Brock Kells, Luke Jackson, and Ryan Johnson, 7, 8, and 9 hitters.
Perry will try to keep this right where it's at and send us into the bottom of the 7th inning and try to keep this a 4-2 game because the Shells have not been able to do anything since they scored 2 runs in the first. Perry will face the bottom of the order here. Again, hoping for a 1-2-3 inning. They haven't had one yet tonight.
First pitch sails inside to Brock Kells. Next one on the way. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1 now on Kells.
Swung out of his shoes there.
Kells, the catcher for the Cougars, digs back in. Waits on the 1-1 from Perry, the lefty. Swing and a foul back, and it's 1-2 now on Brock Kells.
They finally retired him back in the 5th inning after a single and a walk.
1-2 pitch on the way. Misses. Count now 2-2 on the catcher, Brock Kells. Two on the way. Swing and a shot into left field, and a single for Brock Kells. Continues to swing the bat well tonight.
Well, this Breese Central team swinging the bat well for the last 2 innings, and Perry really not fooling too many hitters here as they've tattooed him pretty good. Another leadoff batter on here in the bottom of the order, trying to get it done here once again.
Luke Jackson up there now, the right-hander, with a courtesy runner down at first base for Kells. Jackson drops a bunt, but it's foul. Strike one on Jackson, Luke Jackson, first baseman for the Cougars. They'll dig back in from the right side with a runner down at first. 4-2, Breese Central leads over the Shells here in the top of the 7th. And there's a bunt. I don't know how he got it down, but he did. Nice job by Jackson. The pitch was up high, and he was able to.
Supposed to be a pitch out, I think.
Kind of tomahawk bunt that one.
It's effective, though.
It worked. Got the runner down to second.
Yeah.
Johnson.
Johnson, the right fielder now, has been on base twice, and pretty effective work from a number 9 hitter here. He struck out his last time. He's walked in the 2nd, doubled and scored in the 4th, struck out in the 5th, hits here in the 7th.
Pitch upstairs to him for ball 1. Johnson digs back in from the right side. Perry delivers. Misses for ball 2, 2-0. Next one on the way. Downstairs, and it's 3-0 now, and Johnson.
Well, the top of the order got Central the lead in the last inning, and they're ready on deck here once again. Becker waiting to bat.
He got a good rip on Perry. That single to start that rally. Pitch to Johnson. Upstairs, ball 4, and Johnson on now. Runners at first and second with 1 out.
Here comes Becker, who singled and scored the go-ahead run on the wild throw down the first base line that I will still contend that the runner should have stayed, been awarded third base, and that's it. But he would have scored eventually anyway, so.
Here's the first one to him, and it misses outside for ball 1. Perry delivers the next. Inside. Strike call. 1-1.
Wow.
Next one from Perry. Swing and a tap foul. It's 1-2. Becker digs back in from the right side with 1 out. Runners at first and second. Swings and chops it to third. Third baseman Touche going to put the tag on him. And let's see, they're going to say he missed him at third. They did miss him at third. And here comes Coach Arbuthnot again.
Did he go out of the baseline? Touche acts like he tagged him.
And they're going to call him safe down at third.
I'm going to stay out of it.
Frustrating night for the Shells.
Second baseman, number 11.
Nothing seems to be going their way here.
Goes down as a fielder's choice. No error, no hit on the play.
It will load the bases with 1 out.
Bringing the infield in. The bases are loaded.
And the batter, Austin Lake, who's delivered a couple RBIs tonight.
Yeah, his 2-run single in the 4th tied the game. He's got a chance to bust this thing open. Roxana got wiggled out of a similar situation last inning, even though they gave up the lead.
There's a strike in there from Perry.
They need to do the same here.
0-2 now on Lake. The 0-2 pitch on the way with the bases loaded and gets past Singleton. Here comes the throw at home and safe sliding in there, the courtesy runner. Singleton frustrated that he let that run score, just barely got by him, just far enough.
Well, that's not his fault. That's just Perry. You just on an 0-2 pitch, I understand getting it out of the strike zone, but you can't put your catcher in a situation where he's got to just absolutely bail you out there.
Makes it 5-2. Runners at second and third now with 1 out. And Lake takes a pitch.
I mean, it's an 0-2 pitch. Throw it out of the zone, but make sure it's something your catcher can handle.
2-2 the count. Breaking pitch in on the hands of Lake. He fouls it off. Count remains 2-2 on Austin Lake.
Thinking on that ground ball to third, Touche could have just made that easier on himself by just taking it to the bag, just tag the bag.
Swing and a drive into left field. Sends the left fielder back, and now haul it in. Runner going to tag up and score from third, and it's a 6-2 ball game.
Well, Lake does his job.
Another RBI for Lake.
Gets the job done there with the sac fly.
Number 2, Blake Nordenberg.
No chance for Robertson to throw the runner out at home. That was hit deep enough, and now it's going to.
Runner Becker stays at second.
The task is going to be that much more difficult now on Roxana as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning.
Nordenberg's in there now, and he's been on base 4 times and takes strike 1.
Yeah, he's walked a couple of times, base hit, RBI triple. Last time up.
Next one misses to him. It's 1-1 now on Blake Nordenberg. Runner takes his lead from second. Pitch on the way. Swing and a tap foul. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Nordenberg. He'll dig back in. Pitch on the way. Swing and a pop-up. Second baseman going back, drifting towards the outfield. The outfielder coming in, and the second baseman can't handle it.
Oh, boy.
Another run will score.
And the dagger keeps getting bigger now. That should have been the end of the inning. Jordan Briggs cannot handle the ball. And I was just getting ready to say, well, they finally retired him. Maybe not.
7-2 in favor of the Cougars. Pitch down in the dirt, gets past Singleton, and you just see the wind knocked out of the sails of the shells now.
Well, this inning in particular, if you keep this at 4-2 going into the bottom of the 7th, you're giving yourself a chance. But now it's looking grimmer and grimmer.
Brickoff fouls it off down the first base line.
Unless something changes here, Perry's going to take the loss on the mound.
Runner goes from second to throw down to third and safe down there with a stolen base. Rickoff now with a runner down at third base.
We had a big jump.
Swing and a miss as Rickoff goes down swinging.
I think that's just 2 strikes. Or is it?
I was going to say that should be strike 3 and the third out. That will bring it in to the top of the 7th inning. 3 runs on the board. It's now a 7-2 lead for the Cougars over the Shells. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Since 1947, St. Peter's Hardware and Rental has been helping you get the job done right. When planning a do-it-yourself project, party, or event, turn to St. Peter's for what you need to make it successful. St. Peter's carries brand-name tools like DeWalt, Bosch, and Milwaukee, quality True Value paints backed by a lifetime warranty, and everything else you need from gadgets to grills. Shop in-store or shop online. St. Peter's Hardware and Rental, the best products, service, and expert advice.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
Welcome back to Gordon Moore Park. Dennis Laird alongside Louis Cork as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. 7-2 now in favor of the Breese Central Cougars. We're trying to move on to the regional championship game scheduled for here Saturday at Gordon Moore Park. Jacob Carlisle leading things off and takes strike 1.
And I say that if Roxana could have put up 0 up in that top of the 7th inning, it makes you got the heart of the order up here and a chance.
Carlisle with a hang whiff him to the shortstop, and he's robbed there of a hit. 1 down.
Can't hit the ball any harder than that.
Pitcher,
it's just
number 1.
Becker in the right place at the right time, and he's probably saying, yeah, I remember that. That happened to me a few innings ago where I hit a ball similar to that, and it was caught by the shortstop.
That'll bring in Perry with 1 down. Brett Jackson still in there. This one fouled down the third base line.
That's a weird-looking swing.
It was kind of a protect-me swing. Big rip, but pitch was inside and kind of bailing at the same time.
Take one for the Gipper, right?
1 strike on Perry. Jackson with a big hook there. It's called ball 1.
Can you throw a better curveball than that? My goodness.
1-1 pitch on the way from Jackson. Swing and a miss by Carlisle. It's 1-2.
This kid's at 121 pitches tonight. And still going. With a 5-run lead, I figured they might go to the bullpen, but
swing and a miss by Carlisle. Scooped up by Kells, and he'll throw down for the out, and there's 2 down. That'll bring in the final hope for the Shells, Jared Odell.
Right fielder, number 17.
And
Jared Odell.
Jackson looking for his first 1-2-3 innings since the 3rd.
That's the only 1-2-3 inning we've had here tonight.
It is. The pitch. Breaking pitch misses for ball 1. Jackson brings home the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Big rip by Odell. Comes up short.
Powder there.
And it's 1-1. Swing and a miss by Odell, and it's 1-2, and the Shells down to their final strike.
Well, you're right. He's still packing a pretty good wallop, even here in the 7th inning, and 120-plus pitches.
The 1-2. Misses inside. It's 2-2.
And look at the central dugout. It's been that kind of night, boys.
Two on the way from Jackson. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game. Jackson strikes out the side in the 7th, and this one's in the books. Breese Central over the Shells, 7-2. We'll be back to wrap it up after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got Thorpe, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from.
Pretty good ball game for both sides. Played well, but some controversy along the way as well.
Well, and talking to some of the folks here, the way that all went down there, where the mistake was made, and I can understand what Odell was doing. Once he put his arms up on that ball, he did the right thing. He puts his hands up right then and there immediately. The ground rules had been gone over before the games. The umpires should have blown it dead. The kid panicked when they didn't acknowledge him. What's he going to do? He's going to pick the ball up because the ball's still alive. That is on the umpires. That was their mistake. They made a bad one there. And that wound up being the game-winning run, even though Breese Central, they did assert themselves as the game went on. But just one play like that really changes a lot of things around. It was a 2-2 game at the time. Roxana, they made the mistake by throwing over to first base, and sure enough, the runner officially winds up scoring all the way from first on a ball down the right field line. But once that ball gets tangled up down there in the bullpen bench, and it looks like there's some tarp down there, Odell puts his arms up like, hey, I can't get to this. Should have just left the ball alone. But once he picks the ball up and gets it back in, that's the mistake he made. But the young man didn't know what to do because nothing was acknowledged once he put his arms up. And that's the responsibility of these two umpires tonight.
That was run number 3. Of course, the next batter with a single would have drove home that run from third anyways, probably. But, one pitch can change any ball game, and that was the pitch, actually, the wild throw over to first base, which was a mistake in the first place by the Shell.
Well, and the whole thing is the runner, Becker, wasn't but maybe a step and a half off the bag, so I don't know if Perry was thinking maybe he can just catch him in a split moment there. That's something that the coaches would have to ask their pitcher, but Roxana, they got off to a good start. It's a 2-0 game, and then all of a sudden, the tide just started slowly to change. Breese Central came up with a couple of big hits. Their pitcher, Jackson, wound up settling down. He finishes with I thought there was no way this kid is going to finish the game here tonight. He wound up throwing 127 pitches and throws a 4-hitter. Credit that kid for gutting out what turned out to be probably the smallest strike zone he's ever seen.
And the Munganast player of the game is going to go to Austin Lake, who had 3 RBIs and a couple of big ones, too.
Well, his 2-run single in the 4th inning with 2 outs really got the Tide started. If Roxana can come up with a great play there, the Tide and the momentum is back on their side. The ball just eludes Chase McPeak, who made a valiant effort trying to make a diving catch. He just couldn't come up with it, and he was upset with himself thinking he could make a catch. But if you make that catch, it's a great play, but it just eluded him. It ties the game up, and from there, Breese Central took over, got 2 runs in the 6th. And the 3, I think, that they got in the 7th really sealed this thing up, because you can just see once they got those 3 runs in the 7th inning, Roxana, the body language said, we're done. You get 2, 3, and 4 coming up in the bottom of the 7th inning, and they went without a whimper there. If that's a 4-2 game, it's probably a whole different story with the heart of your order up.
Puts a little bit more pressure on the pitcher as
Absolutely.
well. 7-2, our final score is Breese Central defeats the Roxana Shells. For my partner, Louis Court, this is Slayer saying have a great evening, everybody.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Zeiser Kia, the ultimate buying experience. St. Peter's Hardware and Rental, the best products, service, and expert advice. Mallory Sports, where your sports world begins. Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place. First Mid-America Credit Union. New name, same great credit union. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Quality Buick, GMC, Cadillac. Serving the Riverbend for 52 years. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance. All your protection under one roof. Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Barry Macias, professional independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949.